Welcome back to another edition of Flight Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a CDC Hare Dry. The hook I have in the vise is a standard dry fly hook. This is a size 16. You can tie these from say 12 to 20 or into the 20s if you want. The thread I'm going to use a dark brown thread, and there's a Hemingway. This is 8/0, really good thread. This is more like a 12/0 thread, but they have it rated 8/0. So we're going to put a base of thread on the shank, and we're going to come back to where it would hang at the barb of the hook. And that's about it. Go ahead and pop that off. Now for the tail, I'm going to use wood duck flank. If you don't have wood duck, mallard will work. And I'm going to take about 6 or 8 or 10 barbels of the wood duck. We want to make that about maybe half the length of the hook shank, half to 3/4, and give that 3 or 4 wraps right there. Actually, there we go. Let me go ahead and put a wrap underneath, and we can remove that excess. I'm going to tie in the rib, and for the rib I'm using a number 16 gold and silver tinsel, and I'm going to tie it on with the gold side to the shank, or so I can see the silver side, and when I wrap it, the gold side should be exposed. And we'll just secure that, bring my thread back, and now we're going to dub on our hare's ear. I'm going to turn my vise slightly so I have room to get my fingers in there. Going to go ahead and wax the thread, 100% beeswax. And then I'm going to take my hare's ear, and you don't want this real skinny, but you don't want to go too fat right off the bat. Remember, you could always add more. If you have a skinny one, you could always add more. It's kind of hard to take it off if you put too much on. It's hard and frustrating if you get too much on there. Sometimes even with the wax, I gotta moisten my fingers. Gonna make it about 3 inches long. Got a piece of hard stuff in there. I got rid of that piece. And we're gonna go ahead and wind this on. This should be just about enough. And get that up there. You want to stop 1 to 2 eye lengths from the eye. I'm going to take my rib and I'm going to wrap that. Watch that first wrap so you don't wrap down your tail. And we're going to palmer this forward, open barber pole. And take that up to the front. We're going to tie that off. We'll give that maybe 3 wraps on top. Fold that back. Give it about 3 more wraps. Now we can bring our thread back to about 2 eye lengths from the eye of the hook. Trim off that rib. Now I'm going to take a pair of CDC feathers, and these are dark gray or dark slate. And if you get a pair that are about 1 inch long, that would be really nice. And we're going to tie them in by the butts and get rid of a couple of those. If you don't have them 1 inch long, you want them to be about almost twice the length of the hook shank. Just gonna nip that little bit there. Gonna tie them in by the butts there. I'm going to put a little bit more hare's ear on there. Down to my last pinch there. There we go. That'll be good, and we're going to build it. Tie that in. And you only want to be a little ways away from the eye when you're done there. Now we're going to take the CDC, we're going to fold it over, and we're going to bend it back to about halfway on the fly. Go ahead and tie that in. Just give it about 3 wraps. Take those front and take them forward, move them back, and we can tie them down and build a head. There we go. We take our whip finish, give that about a 3-turn whip finish, tug it up, go ahead and trim that off. We'll put a little bit of head cement on there. You can take your, just kind of give it a little with your fingernail there or your thumb. Just kind of spread those top ones out there a little bit. I'm going to take my head cement and I'm going to put the head cement on the bottom. It's easier putting the head cement on the bottom. You're less likely to get any in the eye of the hook. And here we have a CDC Hare's Ear Dry. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions. Please visit my sponsors. If you'd like to purchase any of the flies I make, go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.